So this period of time that we are in, I call it the third arc of U.S. history. And we could lose this country, just like the American Revolution, just like the Civil War. Now, it's a difficult thing to define, right? Victor Davis Hanson calls it a sort of a counter-revolutionary movement, right? Because it's like this rise of something-ism, right? Communism, Marxism, Islamism, fascism, but this ism. I mean, I'm staring at one of the greatest, not only the greatest mayors, but one of the greatest men that I have ever known, one of the greatest men in the history of our country, sitting right there, and will be written in the history books for the things that he did, not just in New York, but what he did for this country. And we're about to see a radical Islamist become the mayor of New York City. That is a bellwether. New York City, when we say bellwether counties out there in elections, right? We got, I don't know, 20 bellwether counties. If you win these counties, you're going to become the president. Well, a bellwether for this country, for the rest of the world, is New York City. So I'm going to go up there tooth and nail and see what I can do to help. Because I'm looking at it and I'm saying, God, I'm listening to what this guy's saying. But these are indicators. I'm a soldier. I'm an intelligence professional. I'm a general. I've been at war. I've served 5 years of my life in direct combat operations, okay? 5 years away from my family. I'm not, and thank you for that. But we are in a period of time where I'm looking at the country and I'm saying, my God, what is going on? And I've been watching this for a while. And of course, like I say, and many of if you have heard me, I've said, I fought for overseas for so many years, and I come back home only to find the greatest threat that I was going to face is right here at home against what we now, everybody calls the deep state. It is an infiltration. It is an infiltration that's been going on for a long, long time. And I talk about it in different things that I've written about. Their strategic plan was 8 years of Obama, 8 years of Hillary Clinton, and there would be no such thing as the gateway pundit there, Hoff brothers. And I love you both because you guys have stood the test of time and fought for this country, and we're having this not just as a vindication celebration, which it is, but this is actually another one of these calls, a call to arms, if you will, right? To use it metaphorically for the man sitting in the front there with a knife. Yeah. Pay attention to everything. So, we are in an existential period of time. And now it's your responsibility, right? It's your responsibility. So people that are watching online, people that are sitting in this audience, and people that hear this over the next month or so, or however we put this thing out, we have a responsibility as citizens of this country. Everybody comes to me all the time. A lot of you in the military, thank you for your service. And they come and they say, thank you for your service. They kind of bow to you, right? And I say, I'm humbled by that. I love that. It's a deep honor that I was able to serve our country and survive, right? And so what I do is I try to turn the conversation around to those that are coming in, because they usually say, I never served, my father served, my grandfather served. And I say, look, how do you serve now? How are you serving this country now? Because we cannot go to the gates. This is not a time to go to the gates. We have a president of the United States that's in there that is doing his damnedest to stop a couple of wars overseas, close our border, protect our citizens, stop this killing by fentanyl on our streets of America by the Chinese. All these things that he's got going on, that he's juggling all these crystal balls. it doesn't take just him, right? And you have to understand that. People come to me all the time and go, hey, can you get this to Trump for me? And I look at it and I'm like, well, what are you doing about it? Right? I mean, what are you doing about it?